Qi2 is about to change wireless chargers in a big way. Anker sent me one of their new accessories, the MagGo wireless charging station, with a folding design, support for Qi2, and charging multiple accessories all at once. It is my new go-to 3-in-1 charger for travel, so let's take a look. What's up guys, Jack here, I make tech videos. You can find me on all of the socials. I am a big fan of Anker's chargers and power banks. I have bought and reviewed a lot of their accessories here on the channel, but this has got to be their best yet. The MagGo wireless charging station supports Qi2, which I'll explain what that means in a sec. It is light, portable, and it charges 3 devices all at once. And if you're trying to decide between this and the Anker Cube, which is another one of their popular chargers, then I'll do some comparisons along the way. And I've got some charging tests as well. This is not a sponsored video, but Anker did send me the MagGo for free to review, and as always, you can find links to everything in the description. Just to be clear, this is a charger that you plug into the wall. It is not a power bank, but I am planning on making a video about Anker's new Qi2 battery packs as well, so get subscribed if you want to see that. So what is Qi2 and how does it compare with MagSafe? Well, I'm sure that you've used Qi charging, even if you didn't know the name of it. It is probably now the biggest wireless charging standard out there since its first release back in 2008. Back then it was limited to 5-watt inductive charging, then later bumping up to 7.5 and then 15 watts for certain devices. Samsung adopted it, Huawei, Sony, Google, all of the big phone makers. Apple was kind of late to the game though. They didn't join until the iPhone X in 2017. Now, one of the problems with wireless charging is it is just not as efficient as wired. You end up losing a lot of energy through heat, and that gets made worse through bad alignment with the metal coils that is used in inductive charging. So when the iPhone 12 came along, Apple introduced MagSafe. They built on the Qi standard by adding a ring of magnets inside the back of the iPhone and into their chargers to maximize the efficiency between the two for faster 15-watt charging. And in the process, they created a whole ecosystem of MagSafe accessories, from chargers to wallets to water bottle stands. I will link to my video with some of my top MagSafe accessories if you're interested in that. Fast forward to now, and Apple has essentially given their MagSafe design to be used as the new standard for Qi2. So while MagSafe was limited to the Apple iPhone, Qi2 can be used by any phone maker, bringing all of those MagSafe accessories to any phone that supports Qi2, along with all of its benefits like faster 15-watt wireless charging, optimized energy transfer through magnetic alignment, compatibility across iPhone and Android, and enhanced protections. Qi2 includes foreign object detection, so it will only activate when it detects a compatible device. This has only all just been recently finalized, so there aren't any Android phones that are supporting Qi2 yet, at least none that I'm aware of, but keep an eye out over the next few months as it starts to roll out. The Pixel 9 could potentially be the first major Android phone to get it. The iPhone 13 and 14 also have Qi2 support with the iOS 17.2 update, along with the current 15. The iPhone 12 didn't get the update for some reason, but I'm pretty sure that Qi2 still works with it, as it is essentially MagSafe. But let me know in the comments if you've got an iPhone 12 and you've tested it with some Qi2 accessories. So let's take a look around the MagGo charging station. In the box we get the new folding wireless charger. This ships with a 40-watt UK plug, but it comes in US and EU variants as well for those countries. Plus you get a USB-C cable, a fairly long cable too. It comes in at 1.5 meters or 5 foot. The wireless charger is nice and compact. It measures in at 9 by 6 by 2.5 centimeters when folded, so you could easily slip this into a bag or tech organizer on the go for travel. To compare it to the Anker Cube, well, you can see how it is much more square and chunkier and heavier. The Cube weighs about 410 grams. It is pretty hefty. The MagGo is less than half the weight at 196 grams, which is less than a 15 Pro Max. The casing is this matte plastic material. I really like the look of it. It is very minimal and sleek. And Anker sent the white version, but it does also come in black. On the right side, we've got a USB-C port and an indicator light. And flipping it over, you can see this pattern of holes and grooves to help with cooling. There are no fans in this or anything. It does run silent. These are just to help with airflow. There's some grippy little feet in the corners to raise it up and help stop it sliding around on the table. The Cube has a big rubber pad underneath, and here its weight actually helps it grip to the desk a bit better. On the MagGo, the Qi2 charger with the magnetic alignment is here on top. Folding it open, we've got a standard Qi charger underneath for some wireless earbuds, and on the bottom, a fold-out Apple Watch puck. Now, because this main Qi2 charger is built off of MagSafe, we do get the fancy MagSafe charging animation. This will work with a MagSafe case as well, but Anker says to avoid cases thicker than 2.5mm and any non-MagSafe cases, as this might affect the charging efficiency. Now, something that I really like about this is it pairs really well with standby mode. If you didn't know, Apple added a new standby interface to the iPhone in iOS 17 when it is charging in landscape on a MagSafe or Qi2 charger. You get these big widgets that you can swipe through and customize, kind of like the ones on the home screen but bigger, plus a few options for different clock styles in analog or digital. And if you have an iPhone 14 Pro or 15 Pro with the always on display, then these widgets will always stay visible. It's a really nice thing for the bedside table or using in more of a desk setup.
You can also do this with the Qube as it has a 15-watt folding MagSafe charger on top. And both of these can charge
a non-MagSafe iPhone like the 10 at 7.5 watts, but you'll have to lay it flat as this doesn't have any alignment magnets. In my use, this really doesn't get that hot even when it's using all three chargers at once. Anker says that it might get warm when using it as a stand for gaming or streaming, those sort of intensive things that draw a lot of power. And that is due to the metal components inside the charger that are there to improve the heat dissipation, which might make it feel warmer to the touch. So let's talk charging speed, as this is one of the biggest benefits of Qi2. The original Qi standard topped out at 7.5 watts on the iPhone, with Qi2 coming in twice as fast, up to 15 watts like MagSafe. Anker says that it will take the MagGo around 15 minutes to charge an iPhone 15 from 0 to 20%. In my test, it took slightly longer with my 15 Pro Max, which has a bigger battery, around 20 minutes. Then 58 minutes to reach 50%, and 2 hours 44 in total to reach 100.
The Qube was a little slower, taking 24 minutes to 20%, 1 hour 11 to reach 50%, with a full charge taking 2 hours 50.
So not that much difference between the two, as MagSafe and Qi2 are basically built off of the same tech. But just remember that lots of different factors can affect charge time. Most phones only fast charge for the first 50% or so, and then sort of taper down to protect the health of the battery as you get closer to 100%. But both of these will be a lot quicker than your standard Qi charger, and they'll get you to 100% a lot quicker. These both have a standard 5-watt Qi charger under the main one for charging things like AirPods with a wireless case, and they both feature 5-watt chargers for the Apple Watch. But these don't support fast charging on the Series 7 or newer, which can go up to 7.5 watts. And I was really hoping that we would get that here on the MagGo, but didn't happen. So this brings the total output for both the MagGo and the Qube to 25 watts across all three chargers. The MagGo wireless charging station is Anker's best 3-in-1 yet. Its slim non-design and weight make it really easy to carry on the go. You can easily slip this into a bag or tech organizer. I do still love the Qube, but it is just not as easy to carry with this big, bulky design. So from now on, I'm going to use it more as a charger at home. One thing I do really like about it though is the plug. It actually comes with a US plug, but it has these interchangeable adapters in the box for the UK and Europe. The MagGo just comes with a more standard plug designed for whatever country you're buying this from. So you are going to need a separate adapter or plug if you want to take this with you abroad. But the MagGo wins out on price. It is more affordable at $110 or £100 versus the Qube at $150. And with its Qi2 support, the MagGo will have better compatibility with any upcoming Android phones that also support Qi2. But this is definitely more geared towards Apple users anyway with the included watch charger. So if you are in the Apple ecosystem and you need a multi-device charger for travel, then you really can't go wrong with the MagGo. It is a fantastic 3-in-1, and I will link to it in the description. Get subscribed if you want to see my review on Anker's new Qi2 battery packs. That'll be coming soon. Hit like if you enjoyed the video, and drop a comment if you've got any questions. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.